Yes, people, and welcome back to the channel. Tottenham Hotspur 3, West Ham 0. Hold tight, all the 3-point collectors, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you come back from international break. This is how you bounce back from that defeat against Bournemouth before the international break. What a performance in that second half. Honestly, there's so much to get through in this. And coming into this game, honestly, I was confident, but there was a part of me that was thinking, you know what, I hope we're not complacent because we haven't won here since 2019. I think the last 3 times we came here, they were all 1-1 draws. It hasn't been a happy hunting ground now for other Big Six sides. They've been coming here and turning it into an everybody eat session. I looked at the lineup going into this game and I was excited. I thought, you know what, this could potentially be one of those types of games. But we have to turn up and be a lot better than what we were at Bournemouth. And it was a bit of a slow start, I'll be honest with you. It was a bit of a slow start in that first half, and I think that was kind of expected with everybody coming back from international break. But I did see some positives in that first half, and one of them definitely being the new debutant, Xavi Simons. I can't lie to you. We will talk in depth about, obviously, his impact in the game or whatever, but in that first half, I thought him and Kudus were really the bright sparks in that game. Obviously, Xavi making his debut, Kudus coming in against his former side. You're thinking, these are going to be my 2 outlets today. These are going to be my 2 creative sparks. And the fact that the midfield had been kind of changed up from last game as well, where Bergvall was now coming in, that was going to be a fresh kind of injection into that midfield. And I was looking forward to seeing how we were going to play. And we started off well, but then West Ham started to find their groove as well. And Paqueta had a huge chance, brother. I don't know how the hell he missed that sitter, because they go 1-0 up there. I think the game could potentially turn, and they were starting to get a bit of control after that as well. So it was a little bit of a concerning end to the first half. But as I said, I still maintain that we had a little bit something. We knew we had a few more gears to go. So for me, it was a case of Simons, Tell, massive opportunity in the line today. Kudus, can one of you step up for me? And the 2 wingers, credit to them, they look like the only bits of spark. Kudus today basically said, I'm coming up against my former side. Anytime I get the ball, just clear the way. Get out my way, because I'm doing ISO ball only today. And fair play to him. He tried his hardest. He was going outside. He was going inside. Everything was getting blocked, because those West Ham players as well, they knew he was coming back with a point to prove. I would have loved to have seen today that chair celebration getting pulled out at the London Stadium. But we were denied that. And despite a couple of, nice touches from both him and Simons, we went in halftime 0-0. And you're thinking, you know what? We need something coming out of this half. 2 minutes coming out of the second half. Pape Sarr, wow, peels off into the back post. Xavi Simons delivering a peach of a cross. Now, man are talking to me about Declan Rice's crosses and Bukayo Saka and all these, man. By the end of this season, we will be talking about Xavi Simons' crosses, brother. Because some of the crosses he delivered from those corners, honestly, brilliant today. Brilliant. Some of the touches, some of the close control, the way he was gliding past people. I was just like, all I need is a goal contribution today from you, brother. Just to let me know you're going to be all right in this league. And after that performance today, I thought, you know what? This kid is going to be all right. But that was a perfect way to start the second half, in my opinion. Pape Sarr, once again, popping up as well. I feel like he has started this season in great run of form. And his performances, he's popping up with important goals to pop in at the end of it. Got an assist in the 3-0 win last time as well. He is showing himself to be a big player this season. But we're going to need that in abundance. And as the second half went on, Souček basically gifted us a golden ticket to 3-point lane, essentially, because where he came from with this tackle, I don't know. Because the ball was going that way 1 minute, and the next thing you know, I see Palhinha collapse on the floor, hole in his shin pad showing. I'm like, brother. Then I see the replay of it, and I think Souček himself as well kind of knows that was one of those fouls that is almost deserving of 2 red cards, dare I say. But once that happens, you're thinking, you know what, now it's up to us to take control of this game. And Christian Romero, I just want to salute you, sir, because so often I feel like people praise him for his defensive work, for his duel-winning ability, for his aggressive front-footed defending, for his leadership. But very rarely do you see his ball playing ability get talked about, his passing ability get talked about. And I think it was one of the weapons that Ange definitely used a lot last season in terms of building out from the back. But that pass to Bergvall was inch perfect, honestly. It was put on a plate for him. And Bergvall, I have to say, bro, man of the match today, absolutely ran the show in midfield, gave us the exact fresh dynamic that we were looking for. That bit of spark, someone who can turn defense into attack very quickly, someone who you can trust in on the ball. And the way he made that run, ran into it, guided the header, brother. Duncan Ferguson, Alan Shearer, the great headers of the game, Kevin Davis, they would have all been proud of that one, honestly. And that's something I hope we see more and more of from Bergvall this season, where he adds goals to his games. He gets involved and starts getting in deep late runs into the box, whether that's popping up with a goal, whether that's popping up with an assist. I already know he is going to be a top player. That guy has all the tools in his arsenal to be a top player, in my opinion. The technical ability, the maturity he plays with, the physicality, in my opinion, gets very underestimated as well. He's so strong, in my opinion, and his engine is relentless as well. So I hope we've kind of taken the kiddie gloves off that we had on him last year, because it did take him a bit of time to get into the team. But let this performance be, a real wake-up call, because he did start the first game of the season in that 3-0 win against Burnley as well, played very well alongside Archie Gray. But I'm expecting, out of those two, him to be the one to really make a stake in that first team. But after that, we go 2-0 up and pretty much the floodgates open. We're doing olays all round the park. We're popping champagne football, and lo and behold, Bergvall pops up once again in the box, swiveling his hips left, right. Where do you want to go? Tango classes, salsa classes, bachata classes. We can do it all round here. I might be Swedish, but don't think I can't take you for a dance. And that's exactly what he did. He said, you to the right, you to the left. Van der Ven, here's one for you. That's a goal and assist I'm walking away with today. What a performance from him, honestly. And I hope he builds on this. I really hope Thomas Frank, obviously being a fellow Scandinavian as well, puts his arm around him and really, develops him into the top player we know he can be. But it's a shame that obviously we only stopped at 3, because I felt like it could have been more. And credit to Mohamed Kudus, he tried his damnest today. He tried his hardest. He was taking shots left, right and centre. And even at the end, I think Porro got in a cross on the right-hand side, where really low cross, got a right foot to it, it hit the post. Brendan Johnson got the rebound, it hit the post as well. I think both of them were offside anyway, but it was unlucky. It would have been the icing on a perfect cake, honestly. And you're looking at it now, 9 points out of 12, 3 clean sheets from 4 games. Xavi Simons getting involved with goal contributions. Van der Ven opening his account. Bergvall putting in man of the match performance. Like, there's so much positives to take from these early couple of games. And the way Thomas Frank has managed players' minutes, the way he has played a bunch of different systems, the way we even look so different compared to the Bournemouth game, really makes me excited for what he can do with this team potentially, because we've got now Champions League campaign beginning next week with Villarreal, our first game at home, and I see that as one of the tricky ties in this group run. Even though we've been given a favourable draw, PSG, Monaco, I also think away could be a tricky one, and Villarreal are the 3 fixtures that I'm really looking at as potential banana peels. So I want to start out on a good note. Best way to do that, win your game on the weekend, get that confidence going. And that's exactly what we did today. And listen, 3-0, clean sheet, past the pad, you can't complain, honestly. And we go to, I think Brighton come to us next week. So hopefully we carry on this form, because the run of fixtures that we've got coming up as well, I do actually feel like Tottenham can put on a little bit of a run. We've got Brighton, Doncaster in the Carabao Cup, but in the league we've got Wolves, we've got Leeds United, and we've got Aston Villa at home after that. Those are 4 games that I think we should be trying to, and then Everton away after that, which could be a tough one, to be fair. But those next four games, I really want to put a stake out. And, listen, I don't want to talk about titles. I don't want to talk about being joint top and, on goal difference is separating us. I do not care about that. I just want to win as many games as possible, playing good football, seeing this young team that we have full of talented players being developed and coached right by a manager that I trust and I'm actually enjoying having. So I'm actually looking forward to this season. And this is why coming into this year, I had optimism. And you could say, look, every season you're kind of meant to go into it a bit optimistic. But I think at Spurs, you've learned it's almost like be careful being optimistic, because that's what ends up costing you. But I swear to you, I don't know what it is, but under Thomas Frank, with this group of players, I do feel like we can build something solid for the long term. But games like this, I feel like going away, we hadn't won here since 2019. We needed to set a tone. We needed to carry on the good form. We needed to get some redemption back for that pathetic performance that was at Bournemouth. And this was great, in all honesty. I enjoyed this thoroughly in the second half. Sorry to everybody that joined me on the watch along as well, because I don't know what was going on today, but there was a lot of technical issues and a lot of lagging behind the scenes. I will try and get that sorted for future in the watch alongs. I will probably try and do a Villarreal watch along as well, so make sure you guys join me for that. Hopefully I've got things sorted out by then. But let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know who were some of your standout performance. What did you enjoy seeing? Did you enjoy Romero's passing ability? Bergval's performance today? Talk to me about that. Xavi Simons' debut. I want to hear about that. Kudus. Could he have done more today? Did he do enough? I thought he done brilliantly, but he was just unlucky to not walk away with a goal. All in all, I'm very happy back to front. I thought all the players played out their hearts. I thought the game plan was correct. Of course, made a lot simpler when they go down to 10 men. But the game is the game, you know what I mean? You got to do your job at the end of the day. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always curious to hear what you guys think. I will catch you guys on the next video. Till next time, people. Take care.